Hello, I'm Joseph Dillard. Welcome to our online integral deep listening video curricula. The Fallacy of Fairness, which is the next of our cognitive biases, says life should be fair. The tell for this cognitive distortion is when someone comes out with some version of, "That's not fair." When you insist that life must be fair, you are assuming that your rules for life are the universe's rules. How likely is that? Did you pop out of your mom with a sign plastered on your butt that said, "Treat me fair"? It is more likely that you have a set of expectations that are more important to you than listening to life and growing. However, you want to feel that you are on the right track, so you look for some sort of validation, either by believing you are doing God's will, or by seeking social validation by making money, collecting status symbols such as houses and cars, or having people laugh at your jokes. The problem with this cognitive distortion is similar to that with control fallacy. Just as you can insist on too much control or give too much control away, you have to find your own balance between fairness and not fairness. You have to learn to thread the needle between life needing to be fair on the one hand and life being unfair on the other. The reality is that life is neither fair nor unfair. That's our projection onto life. You can see this if you think about the sun. Does it care whether you get sunburned or not? Does it send out solar flares because our actions make it mad? If you get too much sun, bad things happen. If you get too little sun, bad things happen. It's not about the sun being fair. The sun is remarkably consistent at doing what it does. Its actions are not about you or me. The sun is neither fair nor unfair. Thus, so is most of life. Humans, for the most part, are more interested in getting their needs met than in being fair. If being fair helps you and I to get our needs met, we will be fair. If proclaiming the importance of fairness will get us to play by the rules in a way that gives us an advantage, then advocating fairness rather than being fair is what is done. Think about times when people have told you to play fair or be fair, or told you, "That's not fair." What were they doing? They were trying to get their needs met and felt that you were getting yours met at their expense. You would be wise to stop thinking in terms of fairness and unfairness. Such definitions are arbitrary and changed based on convenience and self-interest. It is much wiser to think in terms of avoidance of cognitive distortions and avoidance of the drama triangle, while cultivating your ability to deeply listen to your emerging potentials. One of the major reasons you don't pay more attention to your dreams is that there isn't much about them that's fair. They don't and won't consistently play by your rules. They will often seem to agree to your rules and then veer off in a way that causes you to feel misled, betrayed, or cheated. No wonder you don't trust them. Think about the dream of the soda-throwing lady in the first video in this series. Was anyone playing by her rules? However, the problem is not that your dreams don't play by your rules. The problem is that you haven't learned how to play by the rules of the characters in your dreams. If you did, there would no longer be an issue of fairness, because this is not a value or standard that is commonly expressed by interviewed dream characters. Consequently, you wouldn't let this cognitive distortion get in your way regarding dreaming. Interview your dream characters regularly, and you will soon recognize that your dreams transcend issues of fairness. They transcend and include both your sense of fairness and your warped sense of unfairness. Many near-death and mystical experiences undercut this cognitive distortion. People come away with the conviction that their definition of fairness is totally inappropriate and ridiculously narrow. Consequently, these experiences, like ideal interviewing, tend to be an excellent antidote for this cognitive distortion. The fallacy of fairness keeps you in the drama triangle by you wanting the world to rescue you by treating you the way you think you deserve to be treated. If it doesn't do so, it's persecuting you, and you have earned the right to pout, sulk, and blame. In near-death and mystical experiences of unity, you are treated way better than you could possibly deserve. In that, you are likely to experience oneness, wisdom, and compassion regardless of your level of development, your treatment of others, or your own self-image. Therefore, issues of fairness tend to be transcended in these experiences, and with it, you gain some freedom from aspects of the drama triangle. The fallacy of fairness is an example of a logical fallacy called hasty generalization. It involves mistaking a small incident, something that happens to you, for reality. Your partner cheats on you and you conclude that's not fair, which leads you to justify feelings of hurt, anger, and fear. But if you no longer draw the conclusion of fairness, or the lack of it, then other emotional reactions open up. You could laugh at this situation. You could be thankful she's getting her needs met. You could remain an adult and ask them what's going on instead of jumping to conclusions. When have you used this cognitive distortion of fairness? Write an example. Now write an antidote for it. For example, here are some substitutions for the example above. That's not fair. One could substitute, there are a lot of things in life that don't live up to my expectations. I can learn to deal with that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.